Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a really interesting video. It's not necessarily a repair. So this is going to be a shop talk with Mike type of video. And the topic at hand that we're going to be discussing today is going to be taste testing automotive fluids. And before you think, wait a minute, did I just hear that right? Yes, you did. We're talking about tasting automotive fluids. And you guys may find this as a new thing, may find it kind of weird, or some of you may be like, oh, okay, why are we talking about this? Now, for those of you that don't know, an old school trick that mechanics do is whenever there's a fluid leak and they can't figure out where it's coming from, or let's just say they just proactively don't care and just want to know real quick, is they'll dab the fluid and give it a taste test just like that. Just kind of, go up to whatever's leaking, get a little on your finger, put it in your mouth, and you can determine what fluid is leaking from that point on. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've done this in the past. And it has determined it, and I have found out what the leak was without even really going to painstaking labor trying to figure out or look around an engine or transmission or whatever the case might have been for that scenario. But the reason why I recommend people not do this, and I've actually stopped doing this myself, is because fluids have changed throughout the years. They're not exactly the same fluids that were not harmful to humans. Now, I do think almost every automotive fluid out there is harmful, and you shouldn't be taste testing it. But again, old habits die hard. That's kind of what I was taught in this field, and that's why I used to do it. But then as I got older and I got wiser and I started doing more research, started learning more things, I figured that it's not a good thing to do for your body or for your health, especially for diagnosis. Now, as much as I love money and all that stuff, like everyone out there, I'm not gonna kill myself for a buck. It's as simple as that. Like, no diagnostic of me trying to figure out what's leaking out of your car quicker is gonna be worth me getting sick or potentially hurting my health. It just doesn't cut it for me, so I don't do it anymore. I've gotten wiser to that fact. Now, one thing that kind of opened up my eyes to this, and it's a more recent thing. You guys will see the video when it comes out. I had a Ford in here. They got into a little bit of an off-roading accident with their car, did a bunch of damage. I had to service the trans fluid. And what I did was I called up the dealer and I got the fluid for the car. Now, this is a Ford, and this is what Ford sent me. Now, off camera, you guys probably noticed in the corner, but you'll see that it has a skull and crossbones here, and it says poison. It even says danger and everything on there. So what this is trans fluid that is very, very harmful, guys. This is why I don't recommend people do the taste test on fluids anymore, because you just don't know what's in a car. At least back in the day, there was 2, maybe 3 types of fluid inside of a transmission. Now, good luck figuring out what's in there. They're all different. If I was, let's say, following the old school method and this car came in here with a leak and I couldn't tell what it was, and I did a taste test on this fluid and I put it in my mouth, I just hurt myself physically and health-wise, because I have done a little bit of reading on this. Now, this stuff, probably taste testing it won't kill you, but it'll make you regret doing so. Simply because I feel like this thing would probably cause a lot of upset stomach issues, or possibly hospitalize you with some sort of poisoning. So you definitely don't want to get this stuff in your body, guys. And the automotive field has changed quite a bit. Everything is becoming more car specific now. Fluids are getting a little bit more toxic. I mean, it's just, you take your pick. It's getting harder and harder to work on cars. And this is one of those things that you got to be careful with. Now, even if you're not a taster mechanic where you taste test fluids, and I strongly urge that you're not, sometimes there is a danger in this field where you could be working on this car, and let's say you got to remove a transmission pump or transmission cooler line, and the fluid gets everywhere and some of it gets in your mouth, and you can still potentially get sick or hurt yourself. And this is one of those things that every job has a risk. But the risk of that happening with this fluid is a lot less than me proactively going and licking it. And that's the whole point of this video, guys, is I recommend people stop taste testing fluids. Now, some of you may think it's disgusting and be like, wow, I can't believe you guys do that, this or that. But if you've been in this field and you're a DIYer, or you're a tradesman and you're a mechanic, you've been doing it for years, you guys know that there is a guy in your shop, or maybe everyone in the shop has done this at one point in time. But like I said, sometimes you don't get to choose. Sometimes if you're working on something and fluid gets in your mouth because something ruptures, or let's say fluid splatters everywhere, guys, there's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna happen. But at least proactively, you're not going out there choosing to do so in that scenario. And that is the whole point for this video, guys, is you want to be careful when doing taste testing. I definitely don't recommend it. It's an old school trick that people have done and probably still do, but I recommend people don't do, simply because, as you guys can see, you will run across a car or a fluid that is poisonous and a danger to your health like this one, and you will wind up hurting yourself badly. So you just want to be more thoughtful when it comes to this, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know this is a really weird topic to be covering, but I just wanted to make it a point out there because people still do this actively, guys. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It'll definitely help my channel grow. And I'll catch you guys on my next repair. And until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.